Hey, welcome back. So, got a good night's sleep. Actually had a whole morning of playing with my dog and thinking about this game, and here's the bottom line. We're probably losing, and that's what I like about this game. Yes, it frustrates the heck out of me, but it's a challenge. I mean, this game is a real challenge. It's like a puzzle, but the puzzle changes every time. And I usually grow tired of puzzle games because once you solve the puzzle, then it's solved. You can't really solve this game. I mean, you can definitely have some good strategies and probably better strategies than I did. But anyways, I'm just trying to say I love this game. And I'm probably going to lose, and we're going to finish it. Largely because I don't want to quit, even though I do want to quit. I think that because we're going to lose, I would quit if I was just playing this on my own, largely because, not because I want to walk away from this game, I want to start again. I mean, that's my mindset, is I want another crack at this. And so now I'm just going through the motions to finish this out, so I'm eagerly waiting for it to end so I can get another crack at this. But let's see if we can pull this off. I did think about it, and okay, so a couple of things. The first one, I think my strategies have been sound in terms of what I was trying to accomplish. But the thing you really need to get is, like right here, this headquarters, look at all these units. You only get 2 actions. So this game is about action economy, probably more than anything else. It's about action economy. You need to get free actions. And having a headquarters in the middle of all this moves all these units so we can start flushing the Germans out of these nests. And then once the Germans are flushed out of the nests, we can land on the beach and be safe. And because we have not yet flushed them out of these nests, that's the reason why we continue to take losses. This is like a little snowball, you know, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And so these later units that are landing are supposed to be landing safely. Then they get next to a headquarters, and then they're shooting artillery, which is helping even more. So that's the biggest issue with this, especially the East Beach. On the West Beach, I think I've actually been doing quite well, although we still bottlenecked. And so that's another problem that I need to overcome. And I wish I didn't lose that hero. Maybe I shouldn't have put that hero in a tank in the first place. But I still think we got a situation where we have a headquarters, we have a general. We're going to start, I think the West is going to start purging and getting some momentum. The East, on the other hand, is barely holding on. So that's my assessment. And let's get going. We're going to start turn 10. And so first thing, as always, is land on the beach. So just a reminder, this goes up until turn 14. So we just have one chart. And then after turn 15, it changes even more. I think because there's no more infantry landing. I don't know. Oh, it says infantry landing after they don't check for hazards, but may strike a mine. Headquarters and generals do not check, and they just land. Okay, so let's draw a card. We have, looks like 2 anti-aircraft that are armored, and a, this looks like it's an anti-tank artillery. Like it's got the anti-tank symbol and lettering, but it also has the artillery denotion. I guess there is a fine line between one and the other. Okay, so A, the diamond is A, which is for the anti-aircraft. It's delayed 3 turns. So we're going to delay this one 3 turns. 1, 2, 3. And then we have a circle, which is D. For anti-aircraft, no effect, so it's going to land. And there is no explosion, so the mines aren't going to be a problem. And then triangle is B. It's going to drift 2 boxes east and then land. And the good news for us is that that's not a concentrated unit. All right, so then we go to the other side. And what do we got? We got a circle, which is C. See here, the mines are a problem. So circle C, they take a damage, but they do land safely. And the diamond is a B, so it's going to drift 2 boxes east and then land. And it's going to take a hit because it just hit the mine, and of course that destroys this one. It's an anti-tank. And then the last one is a DW, or I'm sorry, it's a triangle anti-aircraft. It's delayed 3 turns. So also delayed with that one. So now we have 2 units coming out. One of them is an extremely powerful artillery. It goes anywhere in the DW, so we'll put it in 3. And finally, a general is coming out on the west. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right here. We got to get in the middle of all this and push. So I need to get him to land, and of course, we're going to avoid the mines and all that stuff too. So we're going to get him up there so he can start pushing things through. Okay, next is the event. We are on turn 10. GI initiative. We get 1 extra action in each division. Finally, something good. All right, so that's helping us. See, you just needed to go to bed and cry, and then you wake up the next day and things work out. Okay, now we're going to do the German attack, which means we're going to cry some more. So first we're going to do the east. And so here's what we got. We got a double blue. There is no double blue. Blue, by the way, is right here. So we skip that. We have a green, and it's going to hit armor. So that's not good, and it's triangle. So all kinds of stuff. We have 2 of them on the green. So this one takes a hit. The anti-tank is destroyed. And then this one is an armored. It's going to take a hit. So that's 2. And then if I look at everything else that's green, we're fine. These 2 are fine. They're not triangle. Okay, so we're just getting blasted more and more. So this thing here is an anti-aircraft. So let me look. An anti-aircraft does not provide mortar. So now if it had the dot in the middle like that nope, that wouldn't have worked either. So I need an artillery to provide mortar. Or what am I missing here? I'm missing the bazooka and the Browning. The anti-aircraft provides the Browning. But I don't have the bazooka anymore because these guys got hit. So yeah, this is just so weak. Ugh. I should probably have put my general over more, but man, oh man, it's just brutal, brutal, brutal. Okay, we have a really powerful artillery here, and it does require a general. So I'm going to move this one over so we can land next to that artillery. That will help. But yes, we do have the Browning with this anti-aircraft. Okay, so then we have a double brown, but there is no brown on this side. So this was an extremely easier one. And we have mines that are clear all the way across here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this one more. Nope, green fired. Green is the one thing that fired. So I can't hit these 2 because of the green. So then I'm going to go way over here to the left. Oh, that's cleared too. Oh, I see. This is all unclear, but that's all green. So we can't do anything about it. The green, once again, prevails and prevents us from laying any more or doing any more mine clearing. Okay, so now we're going to go over to this side. By the way, I looked up, this game was made in 2009. I don't think I seriously got into board gaming or realized that there was more than just Catan and Monopoly until at least 2012? Maybe 11? No, it was 12. Because I remember back then Dungeon Quest from FFG was like the big thing I just purchased, and you know, Shadows over Camelot was huge. But anyways, and maybe Battlestar Galactica was just coming out. So anyways, this game was even before then, and I never knew about it. And of course, here I am 9 years later, appreciating it. And I know he's made many more, and I've gotten them. They're actually in my queue because I enjoyed this so much. I was like, I'm going to get the other ones. But anyways, it's quite brilliant. It's hard to make a solo game because you want an AI that's challenging, but you don't want it to be cumbersome. And that's the part I think, like I have this game, Conflict of Heroes, Awakening of the Bear. People have asked me to do that one. And I have so far refused because I don't like the game. And I don't like the game because the AI is cumbersome. Now, with that being said, the owner of, who makes that? Compass Games or whoever makes that game, he personally wrote me and asked me to try it again. And he's such a nice guy. And then even the designer of it asked me to try again. He's also a very nice guy. I mean, how can I say negative things about something when you have so many nice people? I keep telling them I don't enjoy the game, but they think that I'm doing some things wrong, and maybe, you know, if they can see a playthrough that I do, I can, you know, get some rules clarifications from them. So you might see me get that out soon. It's been you know, I don't know how serious they were that they're really going to sit down and watch my video. You know, back then when they first contacted me, I would barely, you know, 10 subscribers. So I don't know. I mean, I was very vocal on a Facebook thing, and that's the reason why I think they contacted me. But all I can tell you is that they are extremely nice guys, and they're passionate about making their game fun for everyone. And I have faith that they're going to fix the things that I gave them feedback on. And I know I'm not supposed to talk about that game right now, but I'll just say real quick, the AI would take me 10 minutes to resolve, and then my turn would take 30 seconds to resolve. Like to me, that was the opposite. Whereas with this, you know, the AI it's taking maybe a few minutes to resolve, but I'm spending more time on my turn than I am on theirs. And that's why I like this and I don't like that, if that makes sense. So I might give it a try. They have a full-blown German campaign that you get to do in Awakening the Bear. I do also get frustrated with how ridiculously fast the timeline moves. But yeah, I might do it again. Sorry for the sidetrack there. So I get too philosophical here. Okay, so we're on this side, and of course orange is firing, and it's triangle, and orange is going to tear the crap out of us because there's 4 of them, so they can hit 8 units. So over here we have a triangle, so we just lost our artillery. And then here, that's an armor, so we're fine. That's a triangle, so we just lost another unit. We're up to 5 losses now. That's L116. So we just lost the radio, which we could have used for the Navy. And that hurts. Because we also, yeah, that hurts. Triangle. Oh, look at that. We lost our mortar. Every single time, folks, we get somebody that we need to take that out, they kill it. Come on. We just lost the mortar. The one thing that would have gotten us through. Oh my gosh. Orange is killing us. So I think the next question that comes to bear is I need to barrage them, because then I can at least disrupt them. So I need to, I think, employ more barrages in future games. Because if maybe orange was disrupted, those mortars would have been able to successfully get there. I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't know. I mean, because a barrage takes an action. So where do I get that action from? I've been using my action every round. Anyways, that's it. Enough whining. Let's move on. Red is a double fire. And red is currently... Where is red? Oh, they have a double, so they are firing, and they hit armor. So it's a triangle. So red is here, but fortunately for us, this one is just a disruption. So that armor is going to be disrupted, which hurts, but it's better than the alternative. And it doesn't look like anybody else is getting hit. And then last but not least is brown, which is actually also over here. And brown is going to, of course, finish this off. So we just have nothing but a slaughter. And then brown fires here. So we're fine. Brown does hit over here, though, but that's just a disruption. So that's good news. Does brown hit here? No. Okay, so, all right, so can we clear anything with our engineers? And the answer is yes, because blue and purple didn't do anything. So we have just 2 spots that are clear. So what I'm going to do is I can now do that. And so we now have 2 clear spots. And remember, we can only clear one at a time now. All right, so it is now our turn. We get to do 3 actions. So what on earth do we want to do? I mean, this is a free action here. We get to remove the climb. And so we're now finally up on the cliff. We can start to attack, but not this turn, because he has to wait till next turn so he can attack. We are next to a general here, which unfortunately this tank can't do anything because it's disrupted. So he has to just spend his turn removing his disrupted marker. The general sort of needs to sit tight because he wants the tank next to him. This is an artillery, which only does 1 damage now. But it does provide artillery powers, and it's unlimited. So here's what I think we're going to do. I think we're going to attack this guy because the artillery, see, artillery provides mortar. See that? So the general is going to, and now we have to verify this because this game, you can see, we're 11 turns in, and I have never fired a single artillery until just now. I'm thinking about it. So there are rules for how an artillery can fire and how a tank can fire. So let me get to it and let's review those. So infantry units so basically you must have at least 1 infantry attacking the German hex. We got that. It's going to be one of these, that infantry right there. Okay, so that's the easy peasy part. Any other infantry unit can join in as long as it's adjacent. Heavy infantry has a range of 2. Those are printed on them. Tank, anti-tank, and anti-air units must be within range, and then one of the following must be true. It has to be either adjacent to the target, adjacent to the attacking infantry, or in command of an HQ or general. Now, these tanks here are all 3. They're adjacent to the target, they're adjacent to the attacking infantry, and they're in the command of an HQ. But that's how this tank can join in because he's in command of an HQ. So we're going to have an attack of all these guys against that. In other words, as long as we match the symbols, we're going to obliterate the crap out of this thing, which is what it should be. Okay, now the artillery is what we absolutely must have in order to win. So what does it say? It has to be in range but not adjacent to the target. Check. And in command of an HQ but not a general. No! That's a general. No, no, no. That is also commanding at least 1 infantry unit attacking. Difficult to meet until late in the game. It may not be on the field of fire. If the artillery unit is not armored, it can't be in the field of fire. Oh my gosh. That hurts so much. So I have to have an HQ unit. A general's not good enough. That hurts so bad. I can't even express how much that hurts. I mean, I didn't even care the fact that it was just a wimpy 1 strength unit. I just wanted it to... Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do then. This is only helpful next to an HQ, so he's next to a general. He does at least get a free move. So I'm going to start moving him towards the HQ. So he's going to move up. I may have to spend actions to move him the rest of the way, but that's what we're going to do. We have these 2 guys here, and we're going to move I mean, this one had to remove his disruption, so he couldn't move. These two are going to move up, like so. So they're going to be, well, actually, we're going to move them this way, like this, because we need to get up and infiltrate all this. Now, I do need to look up. The double gray lines are, it's not a seawall. It's an anti-tank wall. And an anti-tank wall we can move through, I believe. My dog wagged her tail, so she says yes, we can move through it. Anti-tank wall, yes, we can move through it, and we could even attack through it. So, so what these guys are going to do is they're going to infiltrate, or they're going to move. Yeah, that's an infiltrate move to go up to here. And then we're going to climb, get behind this sucker, and finally take out green. And also, I'm moving that over. Now, the plan is this general and this tank is going to move one over, and then the general's going to be here and be able to make free moves to everybody around, including this guy. Because so far, you can see I've spent 0 actions. I get 3. And so the first thing we're going to do is spend 1 action to attack with these 2 guys. This hero attacks for free. Actually, no, we spend no actions. The HQ is going to attack. So we do have 3 actions. What are we going to do? Well, I guess I will spend 1 to just do that. And this is a free action. So it's an infiltrate move for him to move over, but I will do that. So now the infiltration is with red, so I need a red circle, or I don't need a red circle. Good. So the infiltration was fine. And then this one's also a free move to go up, because these are rangers. Rangers get free moves. I've actually moved everybody so far. And so by moving this one guy, I spent 1 action. I would love to move somebody else, but I can't. Every single person except for the general has moved. So this is good. I got this in a nice situation where the general is moving things. Now, one thing I am going to say, since this is a artillery and the general doesn't help, I put him here thinking that he wanted to be next to the general. If you don't mind, I'm going to move him up closer to the HQ because this guy needs to be next to the HQ, not the general. And he started in any DW zone, so I get to pick which one. So I moved him over. That was an important point that I should have known. Okay, so we're going to attack, and we do not have the mortar. So we don't have the necessary prerequisites for this. If this hero was still alive, we would have. So that's the part that sucks. The tanks, no matter how much they huff and puff, don't provide a mortar. Just making sure. Nope. They provide the Browning, but not the mortar. So we don't have the mortar necessary to take this thing on. So if we look at the no, even if our attack strength is double, which it's going to be, we disrupt him, but that's all we do. And if the depth marker was revealed, we could do what's called an optional attrition, which is pretty cool. We can just basically take a step from one of our units, and then that can overcome the fact that we didn't have all the right things. But the problem is we never get to reveal the depth marker because we have to have at least the weapons of the guy on top. So but by not having the mortar, all we can do is disrupt this thing, and we're going to, because now it doesn't mean right here orange still gets to fire. That's been our challenge, right? So the other thing we could try to do is push up into here, but see this is an intense fire zone. It's really hard to push up against orange without at least taking out this first group. So, okay, we move over. 3 actions is going to be very nice here. We got 1 action. We're going to push this up, and he's now a climb. This is a free action, and we're going to move over with our hero. So we can do 1 action, which is an attack. And then this tank, can he join? We just read this rule, and I apologize. But I don't think the tank can join. It has to be adjacent to the target, adjacent to an infantry, or an HQ or general. It's neither of those. So the tank can't help him, which is unfortunate. But I do have a very strong number, and I'm no longer down below, so he gets no bonus. So I think I'm going to try, and he's a full-strength infantry. So I'm going to try and attack. That'll be one of my actions, I think, but let's do everything else to make sure that that's the action I want to do. I also, for a second action, think I'm going to move this tank up to start challenging this. That'll be the second thing I think I want to do. The third one would be to get this off the beach. I have a general. Yeah, see, look, everybody is stuck. Every single person. This guy, it would be nice to, because he's in an intense red zone, it'd be nice to get him off there. So that means this tank is probably going to sit still. So this disrupted marker goes away. That part's easy. Nobody gets a free move over here. So yeah, first thing I'm going to do is action 1. I'm going to move this up here into the bocage, and I believe that the dash gray lines is just a move. Let me look it up. Dash gray lines is a slope hexide, and it's just a move. It's not a climb action or anything. It takes a move, and you can actually attack through it, but the problem is the thing I would attack has got a red dashed line, and the red dashed line is different than this. So I can move here, and now I'm on equal footing with this blue marker. Okay, this guy's a full strength unit. We're going to leave him be for now. The second action is I do have to get off the beach, and I'm going to do that. Remember, I have a stacking limit of 2, so can't mess with that. And then my third action is I will attack this, and so let's see how it comes out. All right, it is a BGBZ, and it's a strength of 2. Now, the good news is he doesn't get doubled, because we're up here. So we double him, and it's a BGBZ, and you can see a full infantry has a Bangalore and a bazooka, so we have both. So, kaboom. Now, when we have both and we double, we reveal the depth marker, and so now it's an ARDE. So the DE is demolitions, we have that. The AR is artillery. Unfortunately, we need tank to help, and we don't have that. The tank is down here, but he can't help. Now, the one thing we can do is we can have this be the artillery, and so let me think about this. Here's our option. We can remove. So if we match everything perfectly, the depth marker would be eliminated and the unit would be disrupted. And that's true even if we don't double their attack strength, which in this case, we still would double it. Okay, now if we don't have the weapons, but we still double him, the German unit is disrupted, and we can do what's called an optional attrition, which means that we would take damage with this infantry, and we could destroy this because we took optional attrition. I think I'm seriously going to regret it if I spend this. But this unit has a radio, so I am allowed to add naval fire to seal the deal so I don't have to do optional attrition. Now, I have all these other units climbing up, but they're not going to have the artillery we need, and I can't get a tank up there. The best I can do is put a unit here, but see, this unit can't attack up. The only way I can have this tank help is if I attack with a unit that's sitting here, and I have the tank here. So tank is here, unit there. That unit can now attack up the hill this way. That's the only way I can get a tank to help. So I'm going to do my naval gunfire. I've been talking about using it for quite a while. I will use it. And so the naval gunfire adds the artillery that I needed to get this job done. And so we're going to destroy this. And then, of course, the unit stays, but it's now disrupted. And maybe that was an awful use of it, but I think that was an excellent one. On this side, we already have 6 infantry units in our kill box, and we're only 2 away from losing the East, and the East desperately needs something. And so by doing this, purple is going to go down. They're going to go down hard with this effort. So then once purple goes down, this box becomes easy to take out because we don't have to come up through the shingle anymore. We can come up on his level and take him out that way. All right, so I think that's our 3 actions, and we're at the end of the round. Not bad. This was a decent round. We did take some damage we shouldn't have taken, but or we didn't want to take, but it's good. And please accept my apologies. Playoff football is going on right now, and I am always peeking over to see the score. It's on mute, so don't worry. It won't interfere with the video. Just always peeking. Multitasking, so it probably means I'm going to get a rule wrong, right? Okay, so we moved to turn 11. It was 30 minutes for one turn. My apologies. This guy is easy. We don't even have to draw a card for him. He just lands. This one is an artillery. So let's draw a card for that one. And sorry, I was looking at some stuff. Oh, what is he? He's a diamond. So that's a B. And I gotta flip this over. Diamond B. He's gonna drift 2 boxes to the east. I don't think that could be any more awesome, because now you can see he's gonna go east 2 and then land, and he's right next to the headquarters. So orange can still rip the crap out of him because this orange box is still active. But that is really good. One other thing I can contemplate doing is, instead of having all my tanks attack, I could have had them, like, since they still get free actions, we can have all these tanks barrage this so we can disrupt both sides. But no, that's pretty good. Let's move to the event, and I hope we get another good one. We're on turn 11. So here you can see the German reinforcements isn't happening, but here we go. German reinforcements in zones A, D, and F. Well, that didn't help. So German reinforcements, A, D, and F. All right, so I'm going to grab 3 of them, and let's go. A is going to be pretty clear in A2. D is going to go into D1. That looks like a tough spot. And then F is way the bloody back here, like so. All right. Okay. Sorry, I had to get a drink. The Germans are making me drink. Okay, we're gonna do the fire phase now. Red is definitely attacking triangle, and we do have some concerns here. So this one's taking a hit. He was the one that was disrupted last time, so that hurts. The general doesn't get hit. There's no other triangles. So unfortunately, a full strength unit took a hit with that. Purple is a double, but as you can see, purple is disrupted. So we'll just remove the disrupted marker, but purple's gonna be dead after this round. And then green is a double, and green, of course, does get to fire. They're hitting triangles, and the only good news there is there's not a single triangle for them to hit. So we all just mooned green and told them that Hitler's got no balls. And what is it? Himmler has got no balls. Hitler's got none at all. I can't remember that song. It goes, Hitler, no, yeah. Hitler has got no balls. Himmler has none at all. Goebbels is something something. Anyways, I'm sorry, sidetracking again. So let's do Let's do the thing. Green did fire. So green's our enemy here with the mines. Green is constantly the thing we need to suppress, or otherwise our mines can't lay anything. We've cleared everything but green. So the fact that green fired hurts us there, but they did hit nobody. Now we're gonna go to this side. Let's hope we get just as good luck. And look, we didn't get any orange. Yes, yes, yes. It's turning around, folks. All right, red is firing though. Red is a problem child. Nobody's in the hot zone. It's a triangle. So this one is an armor, so we don't have to worry about that. And I don't think these guys are in the, yep. Oh, nobody got hit. Sweet. Okay, now we go to blue. It's a single. Blue for sure is firing, but the only thing in blue is this guy, and nothing gets hit. And then we go to green, and it's a double, and green is not a double. Haha. Nobody fired, or actually, nobody hit. Let's put it that way. So, let's see. For the engineers, blue fired, so we can't clear that. Green, or blue fired here, we can't clear that. We can maybe clear something up here, because orange and brown didn't go. Red did go. So what we'll do is we'll just move this one over, like that. So we just cleared one more spot. There's a lot of spots here we can clear. So very good there. We get 2 actions. I don't think we had any casualties this time. So this is what we needed. This is how we turn it around. Maybe I'm just a person who would have quit way too early. Okay, so per my tradition, we'll start with this side first. There's so much I want to do. I want to attack. With him, I don't care who I attack. I think I can at least disrupt something and at least make it so they're not going to be able to attack. Blue is not a threat because nobody's in blue except for this guy, and the worst that can happen to him is he can get disrupted. So purple is my threat. I want to take out purple. So I think I want one into action for this, and this guy cannot help him. However, this tank can, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4 away. Now, because he's more than 3 away, he's not going to be able to add a Browning or, like the tank has certain things that it can't add a Browning or a machine gun because it's too far away, but he can still add artillery and bazooka. This is a full-strength unit. He doesn't need Browning or machine gun. He has his own. These guys are free action, so I can attack with them. I'm pretty sure Rangers get to do anything as a free action. That's what makes Rangers so awesome. Yeah, Ranger units always perform any action for free. But it doesn't extend to non-Rangers that are stacked with them. So like, for example, the hero unit can bring things that are with it, but Rangers can't. So we got these 2 Rangers. They get to do stuff for free. We have this artillery, which I think I want to spend another action to get him over to the headquarters. But we have this artillery. I'll come over here. If we can do an attack, and I now have an artillery that can take that out. There's so much we can do. So what do we want to do here? This one requires a mortar. This guy has the mortar. And it also needs a Browning, which is on this unit here. So I only get 2 actions. Now I wish I had 3, folks. This guy is in the intense fire zone. So my concern is I want to get him off the beach. I can get him to where this headquarter is, but then that delays everything I want to do by 1 more round. The good news is that's disrupted, so we could wait 1 more round. Okay, he's next to a headquarters, so his action's free. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him up, get him safe. That's the first step. That's not one of my actions. So one of my actions can be to move this over because we're going to get another artillery next to him. The free actions, however, he's already disrupted, and since I don't have a mortar, I know I can't destroy him. That's fine. That's what this artillery is for. he'll do that next turn. And since he's disrupted, we know he can't hit us next turn. So we're safe. What I'm going to do is with every tank I have, they all have free actions because of this headquarters here. And then this one's free because of the hero. Even though he's dead, they're inspired. Every damn tank is barraging this piece of crap up here. We want basically nothing but smoke coming out of that thing by the time we're done. So we're going to start with this tank. I need to get a triangle and an orange. And remember, it has to be an exact match because he's only a strength 2. So there it is, triangle and orange. First try. Oh my gosh. So we disrupted the snot out of this thing. So orange cannot hit us, period. And that, friends, is what we needed to do. So brown could still be a problem here. And so I still get free actions. And since this is disrupted, these two are going to, or this one's going to free action. This will free action up and move. So I'm no longer attacking up the shingle. This one is going to free action this guy. So we got to get a brown diamond. Oh my gosh, a brown diamond. Wow. I feel like that guy on Caddyshack that's putting the perfect golf match. He's doing like, he has the perfect golf while the lightning strikes are coming down around. I'm going to hold my golf club up in the air waving. As it comes crashing down on me. All right, we got another one. And so let's keep going. We got this guy here. He's a free action. So we're going to barrage this. And again, he's strength 2. So I need a brown triangle this time. Oh! We got a brown triangle. Oh! You guys need to wait. I'm going to do a victory dance around my chair. My dog thinks I'm nuts. Okay, oh my gosh. That will never happen, ever again. Oh, well done. Okay, so let's keep it going. Let's get some more success here. I get some free, or this one is attacking with an action, but everything else is free for me. So these guys can't attack, but they can move. I can move them to here. And yeah, I think I will. So I'm going to move both of these guys to here. And so now we got a situation where I have to do an infiltration check. And I think it's just one card for both units. So let's do it. I don't want green. I did not get green. So they both moved successfully. And that was free because of the general. This move is going to be free because of the general. And then the general and the tank are going to move over like so. Ooh. Maybe I don't want to do that. This tank obviously gets a free action, but what that tank can do is he can support any of these in an attack. So like this guy, for example, well, he has to move. He can't do an attack this turn. This one can't attack this. Yeah, what was I smoking? Neither of these guys are attacking this turn. The best they can do is move. So this is now a red diamond infiltration check. So we're fine. And then this one's moving. And I don't know what the rules are with 2 of them. I think you have to just check everything. So it can't be a green or a red circle. We got a green circle. So that's bad because he's destroyed. So that happened while he was infiltrating. And yeah, I'm going to move the general over, and I think I'm going to move the tank over and not worry about helping right now. Because if I attack with the tank to support this guy, it is helpful. However, now the tank's going to be stranded, and I'm going to have to spend actions to get him cut back up with the general. I want the tank to always have free actions. So we're going to just attack without the tank, and let's just see what this guy is. So he is he's a Bangalore and a mortar. And I think we got both of those covered. Yes, we do. So we have more than enough, and we're on same footing, so he doesn't get doubled. And we have double him, and as you know, the next check is we're going to reveal this. And so now it needs a DE, and the demolitions are also with the infantry, because this is a full-strength infantry. So this gets destroyed. And we have purple disrupted. So I don't know, maybe, you know, the fact that you're just getting slaughtered is part of the deal, and you still have more than enough strength to take stuff over, because look at what we're doing here. Although we're getting extremely lucky. But yes, that balances out the extremely unlucky moments we've had, huh? Okay, so that was a wonderful action round for the West. So let's see if we can do some wonderful things in the East. We do have a general now. So we're going to kick butt and take names. This is an artillery who can't do anything until a headquarters shows up. So what I think I'm going to do with the artillery is get him out of this steady fire zone and move it one over like so. But that makes these guys concentrated. Well, let me think about what I want to do with that. I don't need to move that first. Let's do our free stuff. This one, the climb is complete. So he's done. I have a unit here that gets to move for free. And so he's going to start climbing to there. So he's going to do a cliff climb. Get that started. So nothing can be done with that guy. This guy is going to finish him off. So one of my actions for sure is I'm going to destroy that unit. So done. I only have one other action left, but that was well worth it. I still have this tank I want to move someday, and I haven't yet. So let's get back over to here. These guys can't do squat because they don't have what it takes to take this out. So they're at the mercy of green. Green is still a very powerful force. This guy can attack blue. I may do it, but he needs some help. I can help because I have a general and a tank is next to the general, so I can at least apply some fire support. And I think I will do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my general to here, so that way I can start moving these guys out of this fire zone. I'm going to attack. That tank that's with the general is going to attack along with it, and let's see what we get. We get a Bangalore, BG. This guy has a BG and he's double, so he's eliminated. So we got rid of blue. So that's a huge improvement. So now we used all of our actions, and so I have this dilemma with this artillery, but I guess I'm going to just leave the artillery be, because if I move him over, I can't move him as well because I'm out of actions. And then I have a concentrated unit, and so we don't want that. Concentrated red and green's a full power, and red could still do some damage. I would love to move these guys, but again, I'm out of actions. So the good news is we got rid of 2 units over here, and I think we're actually getting a respectable progress here. All right, end of turn 11. And I forgot to place this. The HQ, remember, got disrupted, so it's coming back out. So I'm actually going to put it right here, because we're going to take care of that. Actually, I'm going to put it right here. There, you can't see what I'm doing. The artillery we want is here, but I'm going to land them here because this artillery will move for free because of the general. And then this is going to land and then be able to remove the artillery the rest of the way to support these guys with attacking that. And yes, we do need some help. We need some tank help, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in order to give them the Browning that they need, artillery is not going to give them the Browning. The anti-aircraft does. So we just need to get this headquarters up there, and then we can maybe start taking out this green unit with just those units there and the help of this artillery. So very hopeful about that. Okay, moving on to turn 12. So things are going to land. This one I don't need to draw a card for, and there's nobody over there. So I'm not going to draw cards. And now we do the event. German reinforcements. Place 1 in zones C, D, and E. All right, so the tactical reinforcements are gone. think it says we draw from somewhere else, but give me a second because I don't remember. 21. So tactical reinforcement pool, blah, blah, blah. If the pool is empty, draw a unit from the division reinforcement pool instead. But division reinforcement units enter with a depth marker. Once you've determined the reinforcement unit's position, draw a depth marker with the appropriate depth pool, building or mobile. Okay, so that's the issue. All right, so it said C, D, and E. So this last one is going in C. So here's C1. And then now we're going to draw from division. So this one's going to go in D. We have to first determine where in D it's going. It's going here. You can see there's no buildings there. So then what it's going to do is it gets a mobile depth marker like that. And then the last one is E. So we're going to grab this and we go to E3, it looks like. This is E1. Where's E2? There's E2. Yeah, so it's E3. And so that'll also get a mobile depth marker. Boom. All right, well that wasn't, I mean it's going to be bad, but it wasn't bad rules-wise. Okay, that's the event. So now it's peanut butter German time. So we're going to start with this side. Red is firing, and it will fire, and it's going after circles. So here we have a circle that's going to get hit, and so we now have 7 units lost. That's E116. It would have been nice to barrage them, but we don't have much to barrage them with. So the fact that that unit got damaged was hurtful. And looking at the circles, that's it for red. Okay, so next is a double purple. Purple's eliminated, and then brown. So basically, nothing happened here. We did finally get some, so red was used, but we didn't get green or orange, so I can finally extend these mines out. So I'm going to extend that one that way, and that one's done. So now we go to the other side. And we have a mortar, or I'm sorry, an artillery, 88. So we need to have an 88 active on this side. And the 88 that was active is disrupted. So is there any more 88s out here? And what it does is it gives you a nice little chart. So for example, the 88 has the nest 70, 71, 72, and G3. So G3, nothing happens. Where's 70? That's 71. I think he doesn't fire because you need to have the 88 observer, and there is no 88 observer. Let's make sure, because I don't want to screw that up, but I'm getting a little excited here that I don't think he fires. All right, so German fire, artillery fire, page 12. Number on the left of the artillery is the artillery value. Count the number of undisrupted, so there you go, undisrupted artillery units in the sector, in both the nest positions and sector artillery box. Count only those having the calibers listed on the card. If one of the eligible German artillery units equals or exceeds the value, one U.S. unit. If there are 3, so for example, they showed a 3 with 3 things. So if there's 3 or more undisrupted German units in the sector, it's hit. So the only thing I'm confused about is it says you need the number of German artillery units equals or exceeds the value of 1 U.S. unit. Count the number of undisrupted artillery units in the sector in both the nest positions and the sector artillery box. Count only those having the calibers listed on the card. If the number of eligible German artillery units equals or exceeds the value... Yeah, I think it doesn't fire because there's an 88 here. See, it has 88 written right on it. And he's disrupted. Now, the only thing that's confusing me is this is the 88, the first flak. That's the off-map artillery. And he fires if those things happen. So, for example, he says if WN 70 and 71. Well, there's WN 71, but it doesn't have 88 written on it. I mean, it does say it up there. That's what's confusing me. Like, really confused. Okay, well, I'm in an hour, so I'm going to pause just to go between videos, and I'll do a quick check on BGG.